What's up, y'all? It is Breakpoint. Today we are making chicken katsu. This was actually requested by one of our subscribers. Shout out to you, Ryan. Today, like I said, we're going to get into it, okay? And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you guys want to see more content. And please let us know in the comments whatever you want us to cook, we'll do it. Doesn't matter. We'll give it a shot, okay? So I have a chicken thigh. This is in a flour mixture. I put salt, pepper, paprika, and some garlic powder in there. Now you don't have to do all of that. Salt and pepper will just work just fine. Okay. So I'm coating it all in the flour. Make sure it gets all in there. What you can do, you can coat it once in egg, but for an extra crispier layer, you can definitely double coat it in flour. Okay. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to double coat it in flour. Make sure you get the remainder of the egg off. Boom, just like that. And after you're done coating this second coat with flour, this can get a little messy, by the way, so make sure there's no animals or children nearby when you're trying to do this. Coat it again one more time in the egg. And it'll give that extra crunch that you are looking for. Okay, and for the breadcrumbs, we're using panko breadcrumbs, okay? This is the best type of breadcrumbs you will use for any Asian food, really, and they're unseasoned too, so you don't really need them to be seasoned. Now, you're going to pour some breadcrumbs right on top. Get some off the sides too so you don't waste. And what you can do, you can pound the chicken beforehand. Doesn't matter, you don't have to. Make sure it's all coated relatively well. And what we're going to do is we're going to just push it down. Push the breadcrumbs into the chicken just like that, okay? And you're going to do this on both sides, right? Now I'm going to flip it. Do the same thing. Coat it rather well. Okay? Just as easy as that. Boom. Okay? Go ahead and take that off. That's what it should look like, folks, if you can see that. And now what you're going to do is after you do this, you can heat up your oil and throw the rest of the chicken thighs into the fridge. Let it chill for a couple of minutes, about 10 minutes, and it'll stick, the breadcrumbs will stick a little better to it, okay? So I'm going to wash my hands, and then I'll show you what it looks like when we fry them. Okay, folks, when you begin frying, preheat your oven to 375, and you're going to throw the chicken katsu on a cookie sheet that's relatively oiled with olive oil. So we're going to preheat this to 375, and then we're going to start frying, okay? So I'm going to put that in the oven, give it a little hot surface to cook on while we do this. So you take your chicken thigh and throw it in about an inch of oil, okay? You can use whatever oil you like. Make sure it has a high smoking point. We're using lard for this because lard is definitely the healthiest option that you have, and it's good for you. Lard is the best flavoring frying oil that you will possibly get anywhere else, okay? And how you can test the oil, if it's smoking, it's probably ready, but you probably want to turn down the heat a little bit. But you can always throw a breadcrumb in there. If the oil starts bubbling, then it's ready. Now we're doing this over about medium-high, medium-ish heat. So you want to do that. And we'll show you what it looks like, what it's supposed to look like when it's done frying, okay? Okay, folks. Now we're going to flip this. It's been about a couple of minutes. And you see how that looks? That's exactly how every one of your pieces should look, okay? And if there's a little bit of uncooked spots, just grab a spoon, take some oil, spread it on there, okay? Don't be scared. If you're scared of the oil, put a long sleeve on. Don't worry about it. And our oven is preheated. Okay, so after this is done, we're going to throw this right in the oven with the rest of them. And we will show you what the finished product looks like in just a sec. All right, folks, this is what it should look like. You see how it's all nice and golden brown. As I showed you before, we preheated the oven to 375. We're going to throw these in for about 10 to 20 minutes. I say 10 to 20 minutes because it depends on how big your chicken sizes are. We have some pretty big ones in here, so I'm going to throw it in for about 15. You can throw it in more if you like your chicken more done. But in we go, and I'll show you what the final product looks like. All right, folks, this is what it looks like when it's all done. And what we're going to do, we're going to take one of these. Ooh, man, that looks good. We're going to take one of these and we're going to plate it up for you and we're going to show you how it looks. Okay. All right, folks, this is what it looks like when it's all put together. And now for the final touch, we're just going to drizzle some tonkatsu sauce right on top. You can even put this on your rice too. And the link for the tonkatsu sauce and the rice will be in the description below. Make sure you coat this really well, folks, because this sauce is just absolutely delicious with this chicken. I'm going to throw some on the rice. All right. Now, time to taste it. I'm excited. You guys definitely look at the links in the description. This is delicious. Mm. Fire.